Okay.
90 seconds.
Perfect. Okay. Yep. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dolly Begum. I'm the member of Provincial Parliament for Scarborough Southwest and the Deputy Leader of the Ontario NDP, official opposition in Ontario. And it is my true honor and privilege to welcome you all here today to introduce a very special bill, a bill to recognize the month of September as Ethiopian Heritage Month. Yeah. I am so pleased to see all the beautiful faces here in your beautiful attire, and the work that you have done deserves so much recognition over the past year and before that has brought this bill together. And the introduction of it today marks a monumental moment because today we will be bringing that work together to tell the government that we need to recognize the month of September and recognize the people who have come from Ethiopia and have contributed so much here in Ontario, here in Canada, and their contribution has been having a lasting impact throughout the country, in its economy, the social fabric, the cultural fabric, the traditions, the values that you've brought in. So I'm really proud to bring this bill forward. In Scarborough Southwest, I have a strong, a very vibrant number of Ethiopian Canadians who reside in Scarborough Southwest and across Scarborough, across Beaches, East York, and across Ontario. So it means a lot to make sure that we recognize the work that you do in a beautiful way and celebrate the work that you do as well. So today, without further ado, I would like to introduce my colleague and the co-sponsor of this bill, as well as we have quite a few other speakers who will be talking about the importance of this bill and why we should pass this bill in the legislature here in Ontario. So first, I would like to call up MPP Kristen Wong Tam from Toronto Centre. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dolly. Well, thank you very much, Dolly, for your steadfast leadership in putting this bill forward. To all the community members who are here, welcome to Queen's Park. Obviously, we're all here because we want to see this bill pass as quickly as possible. And right now, we have evidence in the House that when the government wants to move quickly, they can get a bill passed in a week. Hopefully, this bill will not take this too long. The Ethiopian community has been largely coming to Canada since the 1960s. And some even earlier. Many of them have proudly settled in the city of Toronto, and since then, Ethiopian Canadians have called this their home. They've shared their deep cultural roots, their resilience, their art, culture, music, and cuisine with us, and Ontario and Canada is richer because of it. Many members of Ontario's Ethiopian community call my riding of Toronto Centre home, and they have enriched our communities so greatly. From the East African experience in Regent Park, and I now have the distinct honor of having strong working relationships with many organizations from there, including the African Center for Refugees in Ontario, Africans in Partnership Against AIDS, with NASA, and Mothers of Peace, and I could go on. But together they bring forward their education, their advocacy, and most importantly, community service, bringing each other back and forth. September, I know and understand, will be a meaningful choice. It marks Etkutasa Tash, the Ethiopian New Year, Meskel, and this is a time of spiritual reflection, renewal. September is a month that symbolizes the community, the history, and the hope, and this bill will bring all of that together, not just for Toronto, but for Ontario, and hopefully right across Canada, starting today. That's what this is about. So let us all bring our voices forward. Let's make sure we honor this remarkable legacy. I want to thank all the members who are here, and a very special thank you to Deputy Leader Dolly Bingham. Without her leadership, we would not be doing this together. And let's make sure that this becomes a reality so that little ones like this sweet girl and the little boys and girls that are here will also have a chance of seeing their knowledge and culture celebrated abroad. I want to welcome to our podium next, our next esteemed speaker, who is Iskender McConnell, Initiative Lead. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to try not to get emotional. He has made everything beautiful in its time. ነገሩን ሁሉ በጊዜው ውብ አድርጎ ሰራው። Good afternoon, everyone. እንኳን ወደ ደህና መጣችሁ። My name is Iskender Makonnen. I'm proud to share this moment with my two wonderful children, Galila and Elijah Iskender. My youngest, Gion, who just turned 4, couldn't be here today as he's too busy running his daycare. Joining my kids are their friends, Rai and Zamari Dilnesa, and Naomi Abel, the next generation of our community. I'd like to express my heartfelt appreciation for the presence of our faith leaders, Reverend Hewitt from the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church in Toronto, Sheikh Mohammed from the Ethiopian Canadian Muslim Community Association, and Elder Samson Tesfaye from the Ethiopian Evangelical Church in Toronto. Your presence, along with the respected elders and members of our community, makes this occasion even more meaningful. I'd also like to thank the Ethiopian Association, Board President Maseret, in particular the Executive Director, Salah, and Liban for enthusiastically embracing the idea and putting their influence and network fully behind it. And all the stakeholders and partners that worked with us across Ontario. This would have not been possible without their efforts and involvement. Finally, a very special thanks to the Honorable MPPs, Dolly Begum and Kristen Wong Tam, and their staff for welcoming us and supporting this initiative. Today is a momentous occasion, one that is deeply personal to me and profoundly significant for the Ethiopian Canadian in Ontario and across Canada. For me, this journey has been over a decade in the making. A dream nurtured through years of conversation, collaboration, and unwavering commitment. And today, we stand together at the right time with the right people to mark this milestone. With the passage of this bill, my children and thousands of Ethiopian Ontarians will see their heritage officially and formally recognized, reflected, and celebrated in their schools and communities. By proclaiming September as Ethiopian Heritage Month in Ontario, we take a meaningful step toward recognizing the invaluable contributions of Ethiopian Canadians to the socio-economic and cultural fabric of this province. Furthermore, this designation reaffirms Ontario and Canada's commitment to multiculturalism, a vibrant mosaic where diversity is officially embraced and celebrated, making Canada unique as a nation. Beyond recognition, Ethiopian Heritage Month lays the foundation for future generations. It fosters pride in our heritage, preserves our customs and traditions, and deepens understanding of our rich history. It is a time to honor, celebrate, and share the beauty of Ethiopian culture with fellow Ontarians, Canadians, and generations to come. We urge all MPPs to stand with us in support of this initiative and help Ethiopian Heritage Month in Ontario a reality. Before I invite my colleagues to share their thoughts, I would first like to welcome my dear daughter, Galila, to say a few words in English and French. Thank you. Amasagnana.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Salam. Sime Galila Skinder now. Just like my dad said, I will be saying a few words about my perspective on Ethiopian Heritage Month. The fact that my dad is doing this, I just think that it's a great idea. People should know more about Ethiopian culture. I'm just so excited that my friends will get to learn more about Ethiopian culture just as I love learning about theirs. We're so lucky to live in a place where people from all around the world can learn and grow together. So yeah, I love my dad's idea. Bon après-midi à tous. Comme mon père l'a dit, je vais vous dire quelques mots sur ma perspective.
As I was saying, I'm going to share some insights on the Ethiopian Heritage Month. People need to learn about Ethiopian culture. I am excited that my friends will learn about Ethiopian culture as I will learn about theirs. people around the world must learn and grow together. Thank you.
Thank you. I now call the Executive Director, Salah Getaun, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Salah Getaun. I will read my speech. I am a grateful community leader and honored to serve as an executive director to a proud and resilient community, Ethiopian community in the Greater Toronto area. The meaning of my name reflects multicultural identity. Salah, my first name, is of an Arabic origin and commonly found in Muslim communities, while Getaun, my last name, is a traditional Ethiopian Christian name. I represent a complex and yet homogeneous identity within one person. This is why today's gathering matters deeply to me. Today marks the beginning of legal recognition for the multicultural identity of Ethio-Canadians like myself. Introducing a proclamation to designate September as Ethiopia's Heritage Month in Ontario is not just a symbolic gesture. This is a profound act of recognition. And recognition means everything to my community, especially for those who arrived here as refugees feeling war, conflict, repression, and human rights violations. To be recognized is to be seen. To be seen is to belong. And for us, the recognition of our heritage means that Ontario is not just a place that we just live. This is a place we call it home. This proclamation especially is meaningful for the first and second generation of Ethio-Canadians, young people who grow up questioning about their roots, their culture, and their identity. This proclamation tells them that your story matters, your culture matters, you belong here, and your heritage will not be lost, it will be celebrated. As a community leader, this fills me with gratitude for Canada and specifically Ontario. Since joining the Ethiopian Association, I am proud to say we have advanced multiple key initiatives that embed the Ethiopian heritage into the broader Canadian multicultural mosaic. I want to make something really clear. This proclamation is not political. This is not any partisan. This is about culture. This is about identity. And this is all about recognition and multiculturalism. To MPP Dolly Bagam, thank you for your sponsoring this proclamation and working this journey with all of us. She's now one of us. Her entire team is a shining example of a welcoming Ontario. Thank you so much. To Iskander and Liban, Iskander, thank you for your leadership, for your expertise, and for your tireless commitment in order to make Ethiopia into the map of Ontario. To the board of directors of and the staffs of the Ethiopian Association, I deeply am grateful for your support and tireless work day and night. To our community members and religious leaders who are here and who are home and who are doing a lot of things to the community and to Ontario, your voice, your stories, and your presence breathes to this effort. This recognition belongs to all of you. To my beautiful daughters, to my beautiful daughters, Maria and Dana, my sources of happiness, my little sunshines. Thank you for lending me your time and your presence and your patience every time I say I'm busy. I want you to know that I will never steal your time unless it is for something as important as this bill. To our fellow community organizations across the entire Ontario, thank you. You have been instrumental from Ottawa to Kitchener, from Windsor to Hamilton, from London to Barrie. You have shown that when we come together, we make history. So, to all MPPs, be it the progressive conservatives, the Neo-Democrats, or the Liberal parties of Ontario, this is your opportunity to stand for unity, to support recognition, and to affirm that the Ethiopian story is part of Ontario's story. I humbly and firmly urge you to vote in support of this bill. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep lifting each other, and let's claim September as a month of celebration, diversity, and belonging. Amasaganalo. Thank you. And now I would like to invite my mentor, my role model, Libel Gabriel Mikhail, to say a few words.
Thank you, Salah. Good afternoon. I was reminded when I was standing here, the first time I was in this room was a few years ago, and interestingly was with the then leader, Andrea Horwath, and it was about Black History Month, and I had the opportunity to speak about the Battle of Adwa being one of the reasons why we celebrate Black History Month. So the second time I'm here, it's right. So I'm very, very pleased. This is a time of celebration, to be honest with you, and I'm privileged because I wear two hats, right? I'm here on behalf of the organization I am blessed to lead, but also as a fellow community member, and both individually but professionally, this is very significant for us. That it's long overdue in the history of the Canadian perspective in Ontario and Toronto. We should have had this done many years ago, but I also believe that the timing is always right when it happens. And so this is a celebration for us that we are pushing to be recognized, and recognition has a significance. Recognition has a significance, particularly in societies like this. The only way that we can show, that we can promote, that we can educate both our own children and our next generation, but also other communities, is through recognition. Right? We celebrate, we have been celebrating September, but this time around it's going to be different because everybody can celebrate with us. And so I'm also being mindful that we have an opportunity and a responsibility as we move forward to promote, elevate our culture, who we are as people, the excellence that we have brought into Canada, the great achievements that we've done over the world. This is going to be an opportunity for us to do that. So I'm very, very excited. And I'm particularly very, very grateful for Honorable Dolly Begum. I've known her for quite some time. She leads, Scarborough in a very, very strong way, and to have said, yes, I will support you. And, people may not know this. I mean, Salah said she's one of us. She was one of us some time ago because she knows Ethiopia very well. She's lived there in Ethiopia. She's done her studies, her master's studies in Ethiopia. She knows the culture. She's eaten with people. She's lived there. She slept with people. So who else could, best fitting to really introduce this bill, except for Honorable Begum. So I'm very, very appreciative. The commitment that she's shown, some of the things I don't want to say this, But when we asked her to meet with us, she came to meet with us when she was not supposed to be meeting with us. And so her commitment to this cause is very, very significant. So we do really appreciate, and on behalf of the community, I would like to do that. And obviously also, Honorable Christine, also, thank you for co-sponsoring this. And I know your commitment to, culture, black people has been great. I've known you for a long time as well, so thank you very much. So for me, I'm very excited. I'm very, very happy. I know this is going to go through. We have the support of all members in Parliament, and so we will push through. But I also want to give space and opportunity for very significant part of our community and social fabric to also share their thoughts. So, we have three faith leaders, representatives who are going to be sharing their thoughts. Reverend Hiwat Bakala Guddeta from the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, St. Mary's Cathedral, Toronto. We have Sheikh Mohammed Awal Isa from the Ethiopian Canadian Muslim Community Association, and my brother Samson's a guy who's the elder of Ethiopian Evangelical Church. So if you can come, I don't want to come back again and introduce, so if you can follow the order with Reverend first, Sheikh after, and then Elder Samson as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. እንደምን ዋላችሁ? እንዴት አረፈዳችሁ? My area of point is only focusing on the traditional part of this month in our Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church calendar, which have also impact on this legislation seated in front of the Parliament. I begin by saying that the month of September is significant month for the Ethiopian living Ethiopian or abroad. I would like just to mention the most important event celebrated by the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church in the month of September. The first one is the Ethiopian New Year, also known as Enqutatash. It's celebrated on September 11th or September 12th in a leap year in the Gregorian calendar. It marks the beginning of the year in Ethiopian traditional calendar, which is roughly 7 or 8 years behind the Western Gregorian calendar. Here are some key points about the Ethiopian New Year. The Ethiopian New Year has in total 13 months, 12 months of 30 days each, and one additional month called Pagme, which has 5 or 6 days, depending on whether it's a leap year. The Ethiopian New Year falls on Maskaram 1st, the first day of the first month Maskaram, which roughly corresponds to September 11th in the Gregorian calendar. The Ethiopian year currently is 2017 as of 2025 Gregorian, making it different from the Western calendar. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church celebrates this day with prayers and church service, where the faithful come together for spiritual reflection and blessings for the year ahead. The Ethiopian New Year is a joyful occasion that mixes faith, culture, family, and community with deep roots in the country's religious, historical, and traditions. Number 2, what we celebrate in this month of the year is Maskal, or Damara. The founding of the true cross of our Lord Jesus Christ was crucified by Empress Helena, the mother of Emperor Constantinople, in the beginning of the 4th century. This holiday celebrates on Maskaram 16th and 17th, which corresponds to September 26th and 27th in the Gregorian calendar. The Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church celebrates this event as follows. The faithful erect the Damara or bonfire on open public area mostly in the central place, which can easily access with the churches in the surrounding area. On September 16th, the eve of celebration by the Daptara, the learned scholars or cantors, and priests of the church presents prayer and liturgical chants surrounding the bonfire. Using drums, sistrum, cymbal, and other significant equipments. At the end of this religious arrangement in the capital city, Addis Ababa, His Holiness the Patriarch, along with dignitaries, set the Damara or bonfire ablaze. In other parts of the country or abroad, the head of the church and invited dignitary will set the Damara ablaze. These two major events have a very significant importance for the Ethiopian getting together with family, friends, and neighbors, and sharing special meals prepared for the occasion. I would like to express our gratitude in the name of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church in Ontario for trying to recognize and dedicating this month to be Ethiopian Heritage Month. In particular, our church appreciate and admire the Honorable Dolly Begum and the supporting of all the members of the legislation. The Ethiopian Association in this matter is greatly appreciated. I thank you and God bless.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Hi everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Muhammad Awal and I'm board chairman and imam of the Najashi Islamic Center as well Ethiopian Canadian Muslim community. First, I would like to thank Ethiopian Association leadership and staff and also our honorable MPPs for this opportunity, and especially Ethiopian Association for this initiative and reaching out everyone. Indeed, all of us today here for one thing. We are here asking Ontario government, which we deserve. This is about recognizing the September month as the Heritage Month of Ethiopians. Ethiopians in Ontario, we have contributed a lot for the growth of this country, especially Ontario. We deserve to be recognized, and all of us today here hopefully will listen to us, our government, and we will soon hear this recognition, inshallah. For Ethiopia, we cannot finish telling about Ethiopia. There, Ethiopia is known in the world, the first country in the world which established the asylum system over 1400 years ago. In the many Muslims' heart, Ethiopia known, recognized as a peaceful and harmony and just country. We have very rich history, and that many people know us. We want to ask Ontario government to recognize us the September as our Heritage Month as any other communities. For us as Muslims and Ontario, we have many thousands, and Ethiopians in general, 100,000. We have a right to have this month, our Heritage Month, and we want to see this as soon as possible. We, as Ethiopians, even before Islam, it was known into the surrounding countries as Arab countries, for it is, and they were greatest country at that time, and it's still now greatest country. We are proud to be Ethiopians. We are proud to be Canadian as well. Yes. Yes, Ethiopia, we as a Muslim, we look at it from the when Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Prophet Muhammad, and say to it, say, just a just and peaceful country. And even he sent one of his daughter, beloved daughter, to go to Habasha and his companions. The first time where migration was started and going from the Mecca, and they ran from the persecution in the people of Mecca from Quraysh to save their life. There were King Nagdashi, who was the king of the Ethiopia at the time, Habasha, and he welcomed them. He refused to give back to their enemy, to be slaughtered. He saved them. From then, we know Ethiopia is peaceful and a just country. We are the Muslim and Christian and other nations, other tribes. We live in harmony, respect, diversified and society. We are proud to be for that. And we have contributed a lot for the Ontario. From this, in the coming months, from July 3 to 6, we have the largest Ethiopian Muslim gathering, and it will be at the Hilton Hotel. We are expecting about 3,000 to 4,000 people attending. These people from the North America, we are going to have it for 4 days. Already about 400 rooms already booked for 3 days. This means we are contributing a lot for this city and this our province. That means that we deserve the recognition, and we hope to see this as soon as possible. I thank you again.
Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Samson, as introduced earlier. I am representing first off my community, and more specifically the Ethiopian Evangelical Church in Toronto. Skinder was saying he was trying to not to be emotional, but I'm not going to try. If I become emotional, so be it, because this is like a dream, honestly, because I was thinking back, like when I left the country with another 5 crazy boys, like crossing the border, having a dream, one day we will put our feet in this civilized country. We don't even know. We were not even sure whether it was Canada, or we don't really care at that point. So coming to this point and then standing in this pulpit and asking the government to pass this legislation it's like a dream for me. So that's why I said if I become emotional, it's okay. Again, I lived in this country long enough to see from the start, from the beginning of the Ethiopian Evangelical Church starts. And I witnessed as a community, as a Christian group of people, growing in numbers, growing in so many directions. And I also witness that we are not here just to take advantage of what the previous generation, the price they paid to build this beautiful nation of Canada. We are also here, I also witnessed that we are not only the beneficiaries, also we are here to contribute and respect and then to carry whatever was passed on from the previous generation. But having said that, at the same time, I think we have a duty and responsibility to keep our roots and our heritage as much as we respect and we carry the Canadian culture and heritage, and also to keep our root and then heritage and then pass on to the next generation. So I hope and pray this legislation will pass. I can say I'm confident because of the huge support behind us. And I also would like to thank, those people who are behind this courageous step and to make this dream reality. I had a privilege to attend the previous meeting, and then I see the energy and then the courage and then the determination from everyone who was behind this legislation. So thank you for this opportunity, and I hope.
Thank you very much. Thank you for those meaningful, those beautiful remarks by my colleague MPP Kristen Wong Tam, to Eskander, to Saleh, to Libin, and of course to Reverend Hiwat and Sheikh Mohammed, and to Samson, and to Elder Samson. Yes, thank you to all of you for your beautiful remarks, and of course to Galila. I want to take out just a moment to also give a big round of applause for all the young people in the room who are coming here and supporting, and the work that you do in the community. It inspires us. You inspire us to continue to do the work that we need to do. And I am very hopeful. So this afternoon at 1 o'clock, we're going to go inside the legislature and we will introduce this bill right here that has been drafted by all of you. And myself and my colleague Kristen Wong Tam will be introducing this bill in the House, and it'll go for first reading. And I hope my prayer is that this September we should be celebrating Ethiopian Heritage Month here in Ontario. Well, thank you so much to all of you for being here today. We're going to start gathering so that we can go back in the House. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you. And let's take a photo. Okay.